Hi.
Are you?
Good, I'm fine. What about you?
I can hear you very well.
You can't hear me?
Yeah.
What about now? Is it better now?
Let's see. Say something.
Is it okay now?
Yep. I think it's a lot better. Okay.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So tell me, how was it?
So basically I've been playing a lot more Victor lately, and I focused like on what we talked about, like three-way crash. So I think now, basically from the past like 20, 30 games, what I remember, I think I haven't had like a single instance of like that whole thing happening, like where I would get stuck in a super awkward playing scenario. So I think I kind of figured that out and been practicing a bit. So in most of my games, like I watch the replays just like to make sure, maybe to find the good ones. So like I would say in most of the games, and there were some off games maybe where it would still wouldn't be like the best, but all in all, I think it has I like improved in that aspect for sure. So yeah, that was really good.
So, are you? Do you think that the things we talked about in the last session were helpful about avoiding the danger zones and like caring more about the wave state?
Yeah, definitely. Because I think, especially when it comes to Victor, I don't. I used to play him before, but then I didn't for a while, and I kind of picked him up again. So it just felt like playing games like with that knowledge in mind. It just allowed me to be like much more aggressive
Hmm.
in lane because I can get like bigger crashes. I can get more poke. So now I just feel much more comfortable like versus stuff like Fizz, Yone, Yasuo, not really, but I don't know what else is there, Echo, stuff like that. Like, I played a game versus Echo today, and it just felt so much better than the one. I think we reviewed Viktor versus Echo, if I'm not wrong, if I
Yeah.
remember correctly. Yeah, so it just felt. I mean, he kind of screwed up by going Ignite for some reason, so that definitely like helped the lane. Help me more pressure, but I it was I think it was even like higher ranked when it comes to like pure rank. So, but I still felt like I had more control and much more pressure in lane, and basically I could focus on like Victor mechanics, like trying to go for early kills, maybe like some matchup specific things. Like once I got that out of the way, I could start focusing on like more, let's say, Victor related stuff. I don't know. So yeah, definitely that one thing kind of helped me a lot. I would say.
So, um, what will you do? What would you like to like review today?
So I have like two replays. So just have to like this the account I've been playing on lately, and I'll just send you the replays now.
Let's
Okay, we
see.
need to do like the Google
Yep,
like whatever.
I'll check the profile meanwhile.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
What's the name of it? Like Google what? Google
Google Drive.
Google what? The one that you can share like
Google Drive.
the Google Drive. Okay.
Yep. Hmm.
I've been having like quite good games on that account because I think I don't know I played my main champion, so my MMR got boosted maybe a little bit. I started playing versus like Diamond once and two, so it was like really good.
Mm.
But I don't think like I'm not consistent enough to play on that level yet. But it was like a very good experience like, to play versus obviously I don't know there's like such a huge difference when laning versus Diamond one or maybe like Master Smurf whatever player and Diamond 4 it's just like so much more interesting to play at.
Yeah.
So I need to so that was like good but then I kind of fucked up my MMR again so it's back to the old but for a while it was fun. I've been also like working on trying out different setups for Viktor, like for specific matchups, but still probably a long way to go. Okay, so here it is. So one of the games, just check. One of the games versus Yone, and I think they just want like to see because this is basically what we talked about, like versus melee.
Mm-hmm.
I think I played laning phase quite well. Besides, I also like some mechanical things, but like the freeway crash and like pressuring, could I have done it maybe better? Like, I think I did good overall, but maybe I was missing some other things. And the second one is versus Syndra. So I don't know. I think I played well, but she played like super smart and super well. So I don't know. It just felt maybe kind of. I think I did a good job, like staying even in the lane, but it didn't feel like. I guess you will see when we get to the game. I would like to go over the Yone one first.
I'm sharing a screen, right?
Okay. Right now you're not.
No? Oh,
Actually, no, you are. I'm just not watching it. Oh, no,
can you see, right?
no, just give me a second. Not sure why.
Let me try again. Can you now?
Just give me a second. Maybe I'm done. Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, I can see it now.
Okay.
So yeah, I try to like be looking at through matchups. Basically, I found like a spreadsheet from like done to highest rated Victor, I guess.
From
In
Dune, I think. No,
done, yeah.
yeah.
I watched, so he has like a lot of different rune setups for specific matchups. So since I played like already like probably 50, 60, even more like Victor games, so I guess like, probably started kind of optimizing a little bit.
Mhm.
So I wasn't like completely sure should I go like electrocute or the air thing, but I was I guess two of them are for a bit more poke because phase rush is kind of safe scaling, but I wanted to maybe try to be a little bit more aggressive, like with ignite and stuff like that,
Mm.
because I'm going TP and phase rush is like super safe, but I feel like this I can maybe get some maybe kills or things if I play things like correctly.
So in this special case, originally Yone was um like HQ for top lane. I mean, the system like position Yone as top laner.
Yeah, yeah.
So sometimes where there are two picks that can go either top or mid, you have to think first about, well, what I want, what I want to play against, who I want to play against. I want to play against Yone or against Echo, right?
Mm.
So sometimes you want to maybe change, like swap lanes between top or mid to follow the most convenient matchup. So for example, let's say you want to face Echo, okay?
Hmm.
If you show up early, Echo and Yone can stay in this push, and for example, Yone can go mid and Echo can go top, for example.
Hmm.
So sometimes if you don't want to do something early with the wave, you can stay in the bushes or outside
Hmm.
of vision until they show up, so you know who are you against, or you can try to swap or something. But
Yeah,
that's
I had like a similar like game similar like that like a few days ago where it was. Can you just pause for a second?
mm,
I mean, regarding that. So basically, we were swapping lanes. Like I was Viktor versus Yasuo, but I had an act on top versus Malphite, so we swapped. But they kept on swapping, and my Renekton just couldn't like follow it up. Lena, so he was basically just dropping waves for no reason. Like I was setting up like with freezes. I think I kind of did a good job with my own when it comes to that, but I don't know. We kind of got in this awkward situation where enemies were constantly trying to swap on us, and we were trying like to match it, for
yeah,
favorable. So basically, for the first 10, 15 minutes, we were constantly just lane swapping back and forth. So it became like super awkward after a while.
yeah.
So I,
It's weird. I mean, in those cases you want to accelerate the game so you can have the easiest matchup possible. So
mm,
it's not very common, but sometimes you want to, in those scenarios, you want to push as fast as you can and swap
mm,
with your top laner or mid laner, like
it became super like
and
awkward.
get priority early on. So let's see. John started E. You saw it right here, right?
Yeah,
So what info does Johnny E gives us
but
about
basically no.
he can do nothing level 1, right?
Yeah, yeah, he was up there.
So um what we want to do is in this case we will have pressure level 1, potentially maybe level 2 if
Mm,
we manage the wave properly, right? So we have a few options. It will depend on where the enemy jungler start. So right now, if we auto Yone, um, the wave will slightly push into him because of the aggro, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So
but that was kind of my plan to do that because Reyes he can't really gank me very soon, so they don't really have that much kill pressure on me. Like if I play it correctly.
so what I will do in this situation will be like, I know that Yone don't have his Q, which is his
Hmm.
main like pushing ability or like tool to contest the wave. So I personally will try to like push toward him just as like just as a little bit, so I can get level 2 first, but in the middle of the way, like around here, right?
Hmm.
So I will auto one minion in this spot. I will auto this minion, so the HP bar will get lower first, so we can
So you can
last
last hit.
hit it first, then the focus of the minion will change to this, and we can last hit this, and then this. So it will create a very slight slow push. And
Hmm.
we will have like a little times where we can auto Yone without losing any minion, right?
Hmm.
Um, and the way you want to use your Q is not like when you're full HP, your Q gives you a little barrier, right? A little shield.
Yeah.
So the most optimal way to use your Q is hitting Yone or Yone. I don't know how you call it. Yone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let the minions agree into you, so they will take you a little bit of HP, or Yone will trade back. I don't know, whatever. So in the meanwhile, your HP will be regenerating, right, from your basic statistics, right?
Hmm.
So when you are already hurt, you want to use your shield to prevent further damage that will come for like the next auto attacks from the range minions or Yone. So it's most more efficient that way. Okay,
Hmm.
so it's a little thing, but it can be very useful. So look
I
at
thought
this.
about,
Yes, tell me.
maybe I'm just, I didn't like check the math. Like, I don't know, it just didn't occur to me. But now when you mention it, like, I usually, I guess my thought process is because of the Q. Like, if I go for auto attack Q, usually they like just walk away, from the, like, because of the like auto attack animation. So just they walk away from the second Q, like auto attack. But if I Q and then auto attack, then it's like guaranteed that I also like hit.
I mean, generally speaking, the thing is with your shield you can like walk forward and
Mhm.
tank a little bit of damage against this in this situation. So you
Yeah, but I
can
understand
like
what you're saying. That it's like
yeah.
if I can get away with it, then it's
So the problem here is
more optimal.
like if you're going to trade, you have to do it in a way that you don't lose all of these creeps, right?
Mhm.
Because creeps are more important than getting
Yeah,
a little bit
getting
of
some
his
damage.
HP
Yeah.
because you want to scale. For a better scaling, you want to CS properly, right? So in this case, you should prioritize farming over trading. If you're
Mhm.
trading losing minions, it's not worth it. Unless you make him like recall or kill him, but it's not the case, right? So you kill him, you get the aggro, right?
Yeah,
And
actually, like,
and you go back because of the aggro. So what you should have done is like auto the melee creeps, right? Then
and then
start
yeah.
auto him. He only has E, so he can't do anything. You can auto him,
Mhm.
Q, and then auto and get away, and he will not be able to trade into you because you have 6 minions. Okay,
Mhm.
so
Okay, I see.
it's a little detail, but it could be useful. So now we don't know exactly where Graves started because Echo showed up late, bot lane also. So and Graves doesn't needs any leash, so we don't know where he can be. So we should try to maintain the wave in the middle and aim for a third wave crash, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is fine. You're just last hitting. It's okay. It is good. You want to like try to stand forward and try to zone him. you don't want to auto him. You want to like threaten,
Mhm.
like threat him, so he can you can like zone him off from the little XP, right? So if you stand like here or right here, he can get close to you because he will be afraid. Okay.
Yeah, okay, see.
Also, you should be standing right here because you are going to reach level 2 with
This
this
one, yeah.
minion or any of this. So you want to do the level 2 trade, right? Or zone him from XP. So that wasn't too good. You should have been like last hitting from here. You can do it.
Yeah, more forward.
You
Yeah.
can do both things. So always try to like if you can if you can be as aggressive as possible, you should be doing that. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you don't have anything to lose. Anyway, the trade is okay. So we're following the plan of slow pushing. So it's fine. Let's see if we can. Oh, we have managed to crash the third. Okay. So now you want to auto attack immediately, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, that's fine. And you want to try to. I mean, the priority right now is crashing the wave, so you can either recall, get vision onto Graves to know where he is. Usually you want to like ward over here or in his red buff, but I think it's better to ward like in this area so you can get like this vision, right? Um, so let's see. You're in. You're not auto attacking much.
Yeah, I'm always a bit too late on that.
So maybe you're like concerned about losing some minions. That's fine. Okay, this is good. Let's see. Yeah, nice. So let's see how much gold you have. Okay. So if you had like auto attack a little bit more often, you will have
Mhm.
you will be able to do the cheater recall because the crash wasn't like in the perfect spot. To evaluate
Okay.
if the crash is in the perfect spot to do a cheater, you have to make sure that all your minions are attacking the tower before the enemy minion reaches, right? So this minion won't get hit by yours, and you'll get a, a,
I
cl-
think
a,
like
a clean a
the
clean bounce.
the mistake was that the melees like it crashed a little bit too fast because the melees were like in the range. I guess that's why it didn't.
I mean, look at this. Look at this. So this minion will be in range of turret, but it's okay. The important part that you have to practice is as soon
I
as
think
this
like
wave arrives, you have to instantly don't stop auto attacking because
mhm.
every second you stop auto attacking, you are missing
Yeah,
damage
yeah,
on
yeah.
the wave. Like right now, look.
Yeah, actually, because I watched like challenge of Korean, so basically his second wave is almost like at the middle, like super huge wave, like second wave,
Yeah,
he's like
yeah.
fresh, but it's
Uh,
it's like meets in the middle, like you
the
know what I mean, like
the thing
third
is,
wave.
the third wave arrives here, and
Yeah,
your third wave is not getting hit by the tower, so
yeah,
you
yeah,
have time to
yeah.
crash it, right? So
Yeah.
the problem is you
It's,
have to focus on like um if your third wave is not getting hit by the turret, don't stop auto attacking and ignore Yone because he can do anything. If
mhm.
you poke him, you won't achieve so much too much. Like yeah, I mean
Is it like more beneficial to focus on wave and then focus on poking
yeah,
like once
exactly,
he's under the
exactly.
turret, right?
Because when you if you do a big crash onto the wave, you have more options. Then you can like do this poke. You can do it like under his tower with a safety ward, right? Or you can either go B and do a cheater. So you can achieve the same thing by focusing on the wave earlier, right?
Yeah.
And that's one of the problems around about the ranged versus melee matchup. people tend to focus too much on the poke, but they don't realize that you can do the same thing, but in the reverse order, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this is
Focus on the
fine,
wave.
but it could be in, like, a little bit better, because you're now like stuck for a little bit. Um, yeah. So now you are in the awkward spot. I like that you are facing, you're leaning towards top side because you have vision, so it's fine. Now, as soon as you see graves, you have to think, well, whatever happens, top. I, I have to think about, can I be in a safe spot when graves arrives in my lane or not? Right? You want to think about it. So if you stay in this spot, you will be in danger, right?
Yeah.
So you want to either crash or let the wave push to you, right? So you have to immediately start to thinking about how to achieve those things. So you have to like think, can I crash the wave, seeing like the incoming wave, or do I let Yone overextends and just song him off, right? Or the another option is like try to do a TP play here, but that's not generally um, the best option. But this can be done. Okay, let's see.
This guy on first soul, but I don't know, I could like, screw it up, but I think I
Uh,
was more like focused on.
okay, this is good.
on
This is good. So what you did here is very good, because John was chunked out, right? And the way he's pushing
but he gets
towards you,
TP. So.
you both have TP. You don't have to waste it. If he
No,
TPs,
no, I have ignite. I ran ignite. I
you
wanted
ran,
to be
you
yeah
ran.
like a bit more aggressive. That's like why I
Oh, okay, I
was
see, I
thinking
see.
more about trading maybe this
Yeah.
particular game
So let's
because
talk.
I
Let's talk about the ignite versus TP lane. Okay. So the
Mhm.
problem about this trade in this specific scenario is, if you ignite, right, and you get back to lane, right? If you only get a crash into you, that's bad, right?
yeah that's bad. Yeah.
Because well, now he can TP, right, and secure the crash into you, and you don't have TP, so you're going to be like going back to the awkward spot, right?
Yeah.
So you have to be very careful about when do you trade aggressively, because if you don't secure the wave in a good spot, you will be punished later on.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I just felt
So
like I should like try to play some matchups like more maybe aggressively, maybe like
i-
test it a little bit
so
to get the feel for.
yeah.
But yeah, I understand that. I got maybe a little bit lucky because I didn't plan the wave thing. I realized what was happening like after I failed the rolling, so I just like tried to make the best of it, by recalling. So
Mhm.
I kind of salvaged it, but it wasn't like planned.
So the play was good. If you were having TP, it will be like perfect, right? But now this is happening, right? John is pushing. He's doing the right move.
Yeah,
Fortunately, you arrive at the way, but this is going to bounce back if you don't um, kill off all of these creeps, right?
yeah, yeah.
And since you don't have flash, you
Yeah,
have
so
to be
it's
very
bad.
careful about it. So yeah, now the lane gets a little bit harder for you, because
Yeah,
you can be ganked now. You will be you will be like in a spot where you can be ganked in if Yone don't mess up the wave.
yeah,
He only has to like wait until the wave comes to him, and you will be easily be ganked, right? So let's
yeah.
see. So okay.
Basically, I know like I don't have a flash now, so I'm just trying to like keep it on my side as long as possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you should be trying to make a big wave and try to crash.
Yeah,
So this is fine. I feel the difference between the first session and the second one. You're not like um like hitting the minions too early. You're not auto attacking for no reason, so it's fine.
yeah. As I said, like it helped me a lot because I kind of knew things about like wave management. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So this is dangerous because
Yeah,
if you go towards this area, Johnny can threaten a freeze, and if you don't, you can be ganked, right?
yeah.
So this is like the timing where you should be. It's very hard to say what is the right call because you don't know where
Yeah.
grave is.
Yeah, it's
So
just like a bad situation, but
yeah.
it could have been avoided if I play like really differently. But
But
I
anyways,
understand, like
yeah.
I'm under pressure, so I'm trying to ward and play aside and everything. Yeah,
So here, what you can do is like ping for Wukong to help you, like standing over here, right? Because he's gonna take the crab. Just ping for help in case Graves appears. If Graves appears from top side, you can run. If he appears from bot side, you can run towards your jungler. So that will be like the right call. Try to ping your jungler to crash the wave, to secure the crash.
yeah.
This is the best play here. If he doesn't help you, you are a little bit in a hard spot, right? Okay. Okay. So right now you can push safely. Graves show top. You have to auto attack all the way. You can
No,
even, if you are afraid of Johnny hitting level 6, you can even ult the wave if you like, because you're not going to team fight early on. So
yeah, I do that like quite often actually.
yeah.
If I'm like in a bad spot, I just hold the way. But I guess I didn't feel as pressure because I don't know.
Maybe you
Just maybe
didn't calculate the level 6 of Yone. So yeah.
even like he has no items and no ignite, so he probably doesn't kill me here. Like even if he gets level 6,
Mm.
I don't think he's able to kill me here, like at this like specific moment.
Mm-hmm. So I want to look at this the next seconds and try to tell me what mistake did Johnny make. Okay.
Okay.
So look at this. He will reach level 6. Okay, okay, so he reached level 6, so look at this. What is he doing?
No, he's just shoving the wave. I
And
guess
why is he doing that?
mm, I don't know. Like he should probably like if there are more minions depending on the next wave. I don't know. Maybe he and I'm low on mana. I guess I can't like push, so he should be looking to keep keep it like
Uh,
pushing towards him.
what Johnny should have been doing in this spot is, since you don't have mana, right?
Yeah.
And he knows that Wukong is nearby. If he play aggressively, he can be ganked. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So as long as he stays like in this area, you're
Yeah.
going to be afraid, right? You're not
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
to be able to do anything without risking into a Yone all in, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what is Johnny doing here is wrong, because you can now farm on the tower, right? And since Wukong is nearby, Johnny can go full aggressive on you.
Yeah. So he should be like holding away on
Yeah.
his side, and it's like
So yeah, he shouldn't
graves come
be
off like, a reset, and
right. And
yeah.
when Graves appears again, like here or here, I don't know,
Yeah.
he can try to trade into you, or look for a reset or something.
Uh-huh.
So now if he doesn't crash the wave, he will be in trouble. So he should be maintaining over here or crashing the wave. But in the process, is the danger zone, right? It's the same thing that happens to you when you can't crash the third wave. You are in the transition from safe. Oh, oops. You're in the transition from safe to crashing, and that is the danger zone, right?
Mhm.
So you wanna mess up. That's good. You do a little freeze thingy. So that's
Here,
fine.
like, I don't really want to do this, but yeah, so just that. I think we could have killed him maybe if he was a bit more patient, but we'll find out.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
I'll go flash, but for me, this is like not too bad, I guess.
The only issue here is about your mana, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The only one that
It's like one thing because I'm like not running like different room setup, running like cookie biscuits, whatever. So yeah, I guess I need to take more care of my mana pool.
okay. This is fine. Killing the caster first, so your wave is more is healthier. Fine. Okay, don't try to not do this, right? Try to secure the
Mhm.
crash first. So just in case they want to freeze, but it's fine. Yep, that's fine.
So if he like fake base or something like that, right?
Yeah, exactly. He can doing like the classic. I'm going out of vision,
Okay,
and
okay, okay.
I incentivize you to push and recall over here. So then he can go here and set up a freeze, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
I guess I don't get punished for that enough, so I'm not like
Yeah.
not not thinking of it, but yeah, makes sense.
I think the Seekers is okay.
Yeah, well, I wasn't quite sure, but feels good like Yone and
Mm,
AD
yeah.
jungler. I think it's
Even though he can like do good trades against you with Seekers, it's a good buy. Unless you are very confident in the matchup, it's
yeah.
fine. So far so good. You're chilling, you're farming, you're scaling, so it's fine. And we are repeating the same thing, right? We're trying to either freeze or either crush the wave. So
Yeah.
I'm going to fast forward a little bit to see if there anything strange. Ooh,
Yeah, you're kind of a bit lucky that you breathed there.
what's this? Mm, oh, you can. Okay.
Yeah, igniting.
Okay.
Tank
Ignite
like
OP.
two tank. But I mean, this like it just happens.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. This is good. Okay.
No, like this could be all for. I was thinking maybe about like team fighting, but I don't think yet that I should focus too much of it. I think I just wanted to see if I could maybe have what I could have done differently, but what you said like focus more on wave and like
Yeah. I mean,
horizon later.
if,
It makes sense. Like,
if
yeah.
you're aiming to like learning new things, it's fine that you're not doing like the proper things to win the game, right? I don't know if I told you about the attention theory or not
Uh,
in the first
I
session.
don't think so, but I know like I like I can't say that I know what you're going to say exactly, but I'm like familiar with the
O-
concept that you. But yeah, yeah, okay, go on. So
Okay,
I will-
so I was trying to say is like you're focusing purely on the wave, right? because you are developing a skill, right?
Mhm.
So that's fine. Even though if you lose games because you don't focus on other things, you're going to like invest so much time in developing this skill, then you don't you will not have to like invest resources on it, right? Like to
Mhm.
focus on it. It will be like second nature. So it's fine if you focus on this particular thing. I think it's like a good approach to learning, even though if you end up like losing the games, it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine for me. I don't. It's okay. I like for the past maybe 2 3 days I've been focusing like this game focusing more on like harassing and like being more aggressive in specific matchups, especially like melee ones.
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought like I've been practicing. I mean, like what was the last time? I mean, the session we had maybe like 2 weeks ago or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I practiced it that whole time. So now I feel it's up to a point where it doesn't like hinder my gameplay anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not perfect, but I feel like quite comfortable, as I said. And as you've seen, I guess. Okay, so it's it's not like super perfect, but I would say it's good.
It's
For its good. Yeah,
it's paying off.
I, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So now I was trying like this game, maybe trying more like put pressure on him.
Oh, I see a little bit of uh, uh not so good decision in this spot.
Okay.
So I see that you want to recall for your lost chapter, I think.
Hmm.
So you have to think like, um, why do I need that item right now? What is the reason of that item?
Oh, okay, I see what you said. Yeah. So I basically just a recall for recall's sake. I don't. Yeah.
Mm. Because I get that you get the seekers because you don't want to like get one shotted by Yone, right?
Hmm.
So in this state of the game, Wukong got a dragon like recently, right? So
Hmm.
you are in the lull state where you don't have to do anything, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't have anything to do. So you're not under pressure. You're like just trying to achieve your power spikes.
Yeah. So it would be like fine to do it
Mhm.
right now because there isn't like anything
The thing
special going on.
the thing is you should be you don't have to rush right now to get your lost chapter. There is no reason
Hmm.
to rush it, right? Unless you have like a Drake spawning in 1 or 2 minutes and you want like the this little power spike to fight for it.
Hmm.
But currently there isn't like a big objective to fight for. So yeah. So right now you should be focusing on crashing the waves properly and
Hmm.
doing the same thing that you were doing, right?
I think like scenarios like similar like this one. I can let's say 100%, but I kind of know how I feel about it. So I usually when I get like Empower D and I don't have a flash here, so again, similar situation to what happened before. I feel it's much safer for me to just quickly push the wave and then go out of the vision because
Mm.
I
Yeah, the thing
feel like
is that if you recall, let's back up a little. If you recall now, you are going to hurt yourself for the next wave because Yone can
hey,
instantly push and he will have
okay,
a roam timer, right?
okay,
Or a
yeah,
recall
yeah,
timer or anything, right?
yeah, that's true.
So this action of recalling right now is going to hurt your next wave, which is the cannon, right?
Yeah, basically
You
it's
yeah,
fine for me, but bad for my team.
yeah, right. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not even good for you because you're not going to achieve anything with the last chapter,
Mhm.
right?
Okay, okay, I see.
So what I would recommend in this spot is like looking for a slow push and crash the cannon, right? Because the cannon takes more turret shots and more damage to kill.
Okay.
You can lock down Yone for a longer time, So the
But can I like say can I safely create a crash here and push the wave with no vision and no flash, and my jungler not being on the map? I know
um
here I just feel a bit pressured because I don't have any vision. I know where Graves is. My jungler is back, and
I
I have no
mean,
flash. So
if you're, I mean,
I don't.
in that case, you shouldn't be like pushing this wave in, right?
Oh, okay, so I could wait for it
You want to
for the
like
next one.
just just last hit, right? And if he pushes
Hmm.
towards you, okay, he pushes, not big deal. But right now, Wukong is far away, or and he's going to recall probably. So yeah, you don't want to push when your jungler is not close enough.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I
right
was
now,
thinking
right?
if I like hit my E properly, I get the like all the backside, and like here in this position, I'm like I don't think I can like get ganked realistically. Like maybe, but not,
Mm.
not really worried about it.
Yeah. So
So
ideally, you want to like hold the wave in the middle until
mhm,
your jungler comes into into their camps or the river because the the, the crab is spawning, right?
mhm,
So you either crash the wave or I don't know, you keep freezing or something, right? But
yeah,
if you push when your jungler is not around, then is the timer where you can be ganked. I mean, the recall is okay because of the context, right?
mhm.
But it's not like the best the best play in that position because of this push that Johnny is
Yeah,
getting.
because he gets the push. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So try to always crash the cannon waves. That way you can buy more time.
yeah. Yeah. I was thinking like if I beg before the Kaon wave, can't like I don't lose a wave for sure.
Mm.
But like he can push quite fast, and I was thinking like if I back on that wave, then I lose like 1 million.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, usually you can do that, but against champion that have like an insane wave clear,
Mhm.
it's not easy, right? Um,
So here I wasn't sure like what was going on. I guess like later on when I looked at it, I should have
this is fine.
stayed with it. But I was here like maybe something happens,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
But
fine.
they just hit more numbers, so like I'm back to mid, I guess.
Yeah.
Nothing to do here.
I mean, you could either like take one plate
Yeah.
or like push the wave and see if something happens. So it's fine.
I didn't see like all the TP because I rolled a TP, but also Yone and Echo, so it just happened like all too fast. So I don't know.
Hmm.
I couldn't really make like the best decision. So I think like that's one also like one of my problems. Maybe I played something a bit too greedy. Like maybe a few months ago, I was basically never helping my team.
Hmm.
Only like maybe on Scuttle first Scuttle, but later on. So I've been trying to maybe not work on it too much, but just maybe try to move sometimes. At least like start moving.
Yeah.
If it's
I
bad, then
I
I
think
can like.
I mean moving to help your team is okay, but you have to like always position yourself in a spot that if you go to help and you don't gain anything from the roam, you also don't hurt yourself
Yeah,
by
yeah,
the way you let like you let the wave, right?
yeah. I understand, but in some games, especially like when I played like this Diamond Two, Diamond Ones, like games are much faster because
Mm,
everyone is moving like more correctly.
yeah,
And there were like games when I just felt kind of lost. I didn't really know like I didn't rotate like maybe like 1 2 seconds too late because I was focusing on other things. So it
right.
just felt kind of bad. Like to the game is a bit accelerated from all sides, and here I am just stuck like that have enough map awareness and good decision making like to do the right call.
Right.
So I was just like, checking to maybe there was something to do.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, but I don't think like anything special like happens in this game anymore. I guess.
Mm, okay. So I think so far your laning is okay
Mhm.
because Yone is very difficult to deal with because of his push potential, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, we could say that you are in a losing matchup from level 3 and so on. But it's fine. I mean, you're applying the things you wanted to improve.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, now I can maybe like start focusing on a bit on other things. So that's like definitely good.
Yeah.
Like I won't lose the lane just based off the first two waves for no reason. So
Right.
it's like
I mean, all of these fights are fine if you don't go because if you go, you're going to coin flip, right? If you don't go,
yeah, here I think I couldn't really help him because the support was there,
so it's fine.
and I'm Victor. I can't really do that much.
Blue team's
Yep.
turret has been destroyed. Shut down. Blue team's turret has been destroyed. Red team's turret has been destroyed. Shut down.
But I think it's fine. Um, things to improve will be like mm, the recall thing I mentioned about. Like, think about what you're getting by completing your items, right?
Hmm.
About and like thinking about the objectives that you can accomplish by getting your lost chapter or your Luden's temples or anything, right? There are times where you don't have to rush them. For example,
Hmm.
let's say you back and you farm 1 minion wave and you back again because you have a completed item, but there is no objective to fight with that item, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there is no point on getting them, right?
Hmm.
Um, we can see the other game if you like.
Yeah, definitely. Other game was I think much
I
more
think
interesting.
the Victor one was pretty good. I don't know if you won that game or not, but I think the laning phase was a lot better than the last time.
Yeah, I wanted like to go over because it's like the principles that we talked about, and also like if I could improve further on that. So what you mentioned about focusing more on wave and then like trading,
Mm-hmm.
that's like I think I'll try to focus more on that to do it even better. So basically, this game, I think what kind of a problem I was thinking about the matchups and like to try cleanse because like, Syndra and early game jungler
Right.
without cleanse I could can get fucked. But now when I looked it later, I think like TP is maybe like too valuable because this Cinder was quite good. Like she was smart in what she was doing,
Mm.
and I think like what's kind of funny. I think I mechanically I played better than she did, but just the fact that she had TP and she knew how to use it
Yeah. Yeah.
just hurts so
Nowadays,
much. I don't know.
TP on mid is so powerful. I mean, if you
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
force someone to run cleanse, for example, if they have like Syndra Elise or something, if you don't go cleanse, you're going to die 24/7, right?
Yeah,
But in this case, I don't think it was necessarily. I think it's because if you get like stunned by Syndra, you're not going. I mean, if she's level 6, she probably can one shot you.
Yeah.
But with cleanse, I don't think that you are going to get too much value out of it. I
Yeah,
will,
yeah, yeah. I think it was a mistake this game, kind of.
but it's fine as long as you are like trying new
But
things.
I tried to play around it. I think I did quite a good job, like nullifying her advantage, and she also played it quite smart on like using. Maybe she could use it better. I'm not sure. Like she went for full like wave.
Minions have
I mean, like
spawned.
pushing,
Mhm.
and I was just trying to match maybe poke whenever I could, but she did like a fast recall. But still, I think I was kind of winning trades, and she was wasting mana. She didn't like do it super good. Maybe she could have done it better. So if you could maybe also focus like what she could have done
Yeah,
better to abuse it like even more.
yeah. I imagine that what she wants to achieve is like doing the third wave crash on you because um she has TP, right?
Yeah.
You don't. So if she crashed the third wave and force the waves to bounce, you will be stuck, right? And you don't have TP, so he can punish that, right?
Uh,
Um,
what
yeah.
What do you think about corrupting potion like versus Doran's ring?
Mm, corruption. I think corruption potion is usually like when you run TP, it's very good.
Hmm.
Uh, Even more if you have like the intention of recurring early, because you can use your 3 stacks to trade early and like absorb damage, and it will not matter because you will eventually recalling anyway, so it's fine. And you will get like the Doran's ring in the next recall, like doing the cheater thing, right?
Yeah.
So, but for your side, I'm not quite sure what is the best option right here. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure.
Yeah, sure, understandable. Like
Mm,
I can tell you like my reasoning, and if you find it kind of valid, I guess, because I've been playing some matchups like I don't know, like Syndra, Lucian especially, and it feels kind of good to have like more sustain
yeah,
because I kind of lose early. But let's say if they make a mistake of not taking corruption, especially like versus Lucian, I can actually like out resource him because I have it,
mm.
and it kind of allows me to maybe stay in a lane like a bit longer.
Okay, so I think the mistakes that Syndra has been doing right now is something similar that was happening to you. Do you see
Yes.
where the wave is?
Yeah,
And you
too
see
fast.
the mana? So the thing
Yeah,
is,
she.
she pushed too fast, right?
Yeah,
She want to use her Q to hit, if possible, the wave and you at the same time, right? So let's back off. Let's see.
I kind of realized that that's her plan, like just very much off the wave. So I was thinking, okay, if she uses Q, I have this like timing, to try and trade on her because that's obvious like her.
Yeah,
And she didn't play it that well. She was not going for me at the same time. I don't know. So I tried to like punish her, but there weren't many opportunities.
so another tip, a tip that I can give you in this matchup specifically is that if you don't want her to push, you can stay like away from these minions, right?
Hmm.
So she can either hit you or the minions, but not both, right?
Yeah,
So if you
yeah, sure.
want
I guess
her
I
to
should be
push,
standing like on the bot side and
yeah,
threaten, like stay like parallel, not diagonal.
you can be standing here or over here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that what Syndra did right here because she wasted so much mana and
Yeah,
cheated too much.
I had a feeling like her plan was quite good, and I wasn't like 100% ready for it.
Yeah, because of
But
this, right?
I didn't feel that much pressure because she maybe like missed a bit too many kills or didn't even go for kills. Like sometimes she would just go for the wave, and I don't know, like, there wasn't reason to do it.
First love.
And another thing is about your runes is don't go Scorch if you are not planning to get ahead early.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will recommend you Gathering Storm instead because the damage
Yeah,
will
it's
not
super.
matter in this scenario, right?
Yeah,
So yeah. So this is good for you. You only have to make sure that she doesn't crash the third, and you will be fine. You have your corruption potion, so it's fine. I mean, this is very good for you. See
yeah.
how?
I thought
Yeah, yeah.
she was.
So let's say this. Third wave arrives, right? Third wave. So Nunu ganked top from level 2, right? He started red. Your scanner is both side, and maybe he can try to invade, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the goal here is like maintain Syndra on the lane so she can get a chill.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So I should be playing for wave
you have to
at
focus
the moment.
on the wave more than her
Yeah,
because she's
yeah,
running
yeah.
out of mana.
Yeah, it's a mistake, and I see.
Yeah, so you should be like trimming the wave
Mm-hmm.
because look, she doesn't have any mana right now.
Yeah, it was a bad trade. Like I actually used my laser to like
Yeah,
trim
you
it.
should
He hit all the minions. Yeah,
like use it like in this way, and
yeah.
since she can't crash it, she will be exposed to a gank,
Mm-hmm.
right? If she tries to defend his blue, he will not be able to because she doesn't have too much mana.
Mm-hmm.
So she will be stuck in the spot in the danger zone, right? So I think yeah, and you're
Yeah,
I mean you're investing mana on trading, but that is what she wants. She wants
yeah.
you to
It's
trade into
irrelevant.
yeah. So I think that is like the big mistake. Since you don't have TP, you can like hold the wave right here because she can TP immediately and
Yeah,
force you to back. So yeah, yeah. So yeah, yeah. That's the issue here. It was
that's.
the level 2 trade. It doesn't make too much sense, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Because you know
I should just.
you have to fast push this wave, or she's going to TP back and maybe threaten a gank because Nunu is topside, right? He wants to
Yeah.
path towards bot, or he wants to like stay in topside, like doing vertical jump, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, I understand that.
So
But I still like I don't feel too bad at the moment. Like, I'm okay. I have still like 2 crafting potions left, so
yeah,
this is
that's the thing. And she got a tier now, so all the mana issues she was having now she doesn't have it,
yeah,
right?
yeah, definitely. Like she's in
So
a better spot, but
exactly,
yeah, if I could like prevent it,
yeah, yeah, you are in a very rough spot right now. Uh, because you can play aggressive because you don't know where Nuno is. You know he's somewhere over here, and if you let her push, you will miss a lot of minions or lose a lot of mana, and that will hurt your next wave and so on and so on.
Mhm.
So yeah,
yeah, I didn't have that much practice like Viktor versus the control mages.
yeah. You have to remember that Syndra is a very mana hungry champion right now. She received
Hmm.
a lot of nerfs back in the day about the mana cost on her Q. So yeah, she throws like 5 or 6 Q and she zoom. So yeah, now she can like push 24/7 facing top and cannot be punished. Yeah. Yeah.
But it still felt to me like I knew that she was always like better player than DC Law, maybe I don't know, better player than me in some aspect, but it didn't feel that bad. I don't know. So she still made a lot of mistakes, like
Yeah,
regarding play. So
she made a mistake at level 1, but the mistake you
yeah,
did at level at the wave
yeah, yeah,
2/3 was greater. So that's
for her.
uh, uh,
But here again, she's out of mana. So I
yeah,
don't know. Like I guess her plan kind of worked because I didn't play
yeah.
properly, but
The
I don't
thing
know.
is, remember when I told you about freezing if you can maintain the freeze?
Mhm.
So what's going to happen right now?
Well, basically, I'm not sure what they do now, what they do here. But if I like put it like this, then it will just slow push towards her, like next to waves.
So what I'm seeing that you're trying to achieve is like freezing, because if you don't want to freeze, you can simply like let the wave crash and last hit
Hmm.
and try to like crash
Yeah,
the
I
next one.
can't remember why I did this.
Yeah,
This
no,
honestly.
I don't want you to remember, but think about what
Yeah.
can you do and can you do in this spot.
Hmm. Well, probably like I can let it like crash and then it will reset, or I can let it like slow push if I hold it like here.
Yeah.
But
So
like looking at it, I think I would. Yeah, I don't know.
so yeah. So this matchup is all about, well, dodging her stone, right? And it's a fight about mana more than HP, right?
Hmm.
Because the first mage that runs out of mana will have to recall, and we'll let the other one like have roam timers, recall timers, whatever, right? So your priority in this matchup should be the mana of both champions, right? If you have more mana than Syndra, you will be fine most of the time, right? So you should be looking for a reset or a fast push in the next wave, so you can reset stock on your corruptions, your mana, start working on your lost chapter, and so on, right? So this doesn't make sense. I mean, it doesn't matter, but yeah,
Yeah, I know she recalled here. I guess I was focused on like, okay, I need to push like fast next wave, but I guess it would make more sense to let it crash into my turret and then push because I had the time for it. So I don't know.
you can even like you can let this minion crash the three casters, right? And you can see that this wave is not going to get interrupted by the three minions here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So they're going to meet in the middle. So you can kill these three and recall immediately. So there
Oh,
will be a
okay, I see,
reset,
I see.
right? So you always want to either reset or bounce, right? So since Syndra has recently recalled, you will be like 3 or 4 seconds off in tempo, but that's okay. Not so big deal. So I think the best option here was to like let the wave let the turret help you to kill these three and reset, right?
Is it like bad? Okay, so here if I like push next one, then she gets like priority on the next wave.
Yeah.
Like after we get back from like after
The
I
th-
get back to the lane, is it like
yeah.
let's say both generally and like specifically here? Is it something because it's like a second game that has happened like with Yone, it was kind of similar as well when I reset. So is it like a mistake, like error,
I,
let's say?
I think that the problem here is that you are now committed to crash this wave, right?
Hmm.
Or you're gonna be stuck, right? That is the problem about not resetting in the previous wave with your turret. So now you are like transitioning from safety, right, which is the even waves, to a slow pushing. If you do not crash the wave that you are slow pushing, you're gonna be in a rough spot.
Yeah, but like my plan is definitely like to crash and
Yeah,
reset here because she can't make it like in time. Like nothing can really
think-
stop me.
I think she can because she recalled
Okay.
earlier. Okay. That's
So I mean, she gets the push here, but I guess it's again canon. I guess it's like when I look at it, it's same situation as like the Yone one.
yeah.
When
Now she can try to crash this one, right? As you're going,
Yeah,
it's gonna hurt you, right? Yeah.
I think I'm like too much stuck on in like mindset that I've heard. Yeah, I guess she just didn't wait.
What's about your mana? What the fuck?
That you should always like recall on a canyon wave, but yeah, now I see like in these examples, it would make more sense to like recall earlier, not to lose too much tempo.
So
Because I wasn't like thinking about tempo like as a concept, I guess, too much.
the difference here between Yone and Syndra is that Syndra have to expend his mana,
Mhm.
her mana to push, right?
Mhm.
So if she pushes, she has to recall, right? Most likely.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So yeah. Now this is not too bad for you because it's the same situation as level 2, right?
Yeah.
You have to focus on not
She
getting
wants to
crashed.
crash. Yeah.
Because she's very low on mana, and she will try as fast as she can to expend her mana to crash the wave, right? So if she doesn't achieve that, you're winning.
Mhm.
Then she will be stuck in this spot, and she will have to either recall or concede minions, right? And she will be likely to be ganked or whatever. So yeah, again, you have to focus on the minion to do not get crashed.
Yeah, I didn't realize it too late.
It's fine. It's fine. I mean, you can like here. So watch your positioning. You want to if you take damage, right? If you take damage, you don't want to your minion wave to take damage, right? So you want to stay away from them, right? Either on one of these two areas, right? Because if you take damage, he will threaten you and don't let you protect your wave. So look at the positioning, right? She's aiming for this minion, so you should be avoiding this line, right? Because she can QE and stun you, right? So you should be standing right here. So if she stun you, she doesn't damage the wave too much.
Yeah, I see that.
So you're aligning like perfectly for a stun. And this is the thing, yeah, right? You don't have to trade right here. There's
Yeah,
no
it's
reason why.
pointless.
And that little trade is getting you into lethal range for her combo. I mean, I don't know if she can achieve the full combo, but you're getting closer to the lethal range, right? That is like here, right? So you don't want to stay as far as possible from that range of HP,
Okay.
right? So the remaining HP you can use it to like tank the minions, like drive them to away from the tower or whatever, right? So it's the same approach. The same thing about level 2 and level 3.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Shut down.
Okay. Yes.
Like it felt like she had TP and she had a better plan like this laning phase. I realized that she's not probably too good because she wasted too much mana like all the time, so she couldn't pressure as much. But I don't know. I also felt like what you told me about those were like the biggest. I guess one big mistake, like going for trade instead of
Yeah.
wave. So if I stopped her there, then basically her whole plan would collapse because she didn't execute it properly.
Yeah.
Because as I said, like mechanically, I felt like actually super comfortable, even though she kind of outranges me.
Yeah, you're fine. Mechanically, you're fine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it felt like not. I didn't feel threatened that she could ever like kill me, despite like maybe having like I'm not sure experience or maybe minion advantage, whatever.
Okay,
It felt.
so yeah, yeah. So the bigger picture is about the what we talk about at level. I mean, like when you're facing a TP user, right, and you are not having TP,
Mhm.
if your resources run out, right, you will be in big trouble because they
Yeah, yeah.
can replenish all of their resource with TP, right? So yeah, this spot is
Yeah.
good for you because she doesn't have TP yet. You can time it if you like. It can be useful in
Mhm.
sometimes. Like write it down. Like for example, if Syndra TPs and 3 minutes, let's say, you can say like, well, TP has like how much? Like a 6 minutes cooldown. You can check it like pressing tab because it's going down by she's level her level.
Yeah, you change it. So
But it's like
I'm.
6 minutes or so, right?
Mhm.
So if for example if she TPs at minute 3 minutes, you can say like 900 Syndra TP, Control A, Control C, Control V, and you
Yeah,
can
I do it for a flash, like I would say consistently. For TP, I know. I
yeah
think I should probably.
you
Yeah.
can try to implement it in your gameplay if you want. It can be useful
Yeah,
in
yeah.
some situation, like from like in here for example. If you know
Mhm.
that she doesn't have TP, you can safely push, right?
Yeah. But
Be-
I think I hear like I know that she don't have TP. Like I don't know exactly when she has it, but like it's too early. Like she cannot have it again, I
yeah,
guess.
you can like feel it, right?
Yeah, yeah, because I guess they changed it. Usually I don't really bother with summoners other than Flash, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm not sure if it's for Flash. I like try to track it consistently because it's like such a huge impact. But
Yeah,
like healing, night, exhaust,
yeah,
it just feels like too much effort for maybe not
yeah.
enough
Flash
gain.
is
I guess.
is like the most important one.
Yeah.
So far, um, the biggest thing about this game was the like the value that you are getting from trading against like protecting your wave, right?
Hmm.
This is the main thing, and that's relation that is like has a direct correlation with the mana, right?
Yeah. And she got like a CS lead because of all of that because she was
Yeah.
TP and everything. So I guess it matters more. I don't know. I'm not as comfortable with versus like control mage. For a long time, like I played Silas Echo when you don't really need to worry about those kinds of things, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like control mage versus control. I didn't play it for like maybe like 2 seasons. I was maybe a bit better at it. I don't know,
Yeah.
but this, yeah, this definitely helps. I guess going for trades like that,
Yeah.
that's just not good.
So generally speaking, you want to like always focus on the mana of the enemy control mate, right? So what you
Hmm.
can do to like pay more attention to this is like you see that she has less than 40% mana or so,
Hmm.
but in reality she has 638, right?
Hmm.
And you have 400, and you have like 50% or so because she
Yeah.
has a
Yeah.
tier and a sapphire crystal, right? So you don't have to like be confident about the mana bar, right? You have to click on her and
Hmm.
watch
Okay, I see.
how much mana does she have. If
Yeah,
you don't
because
know, yeah, because
she's in a better spot. Yeah.
you have to be aware if she can full combo you or not. Like try to think about how many Qs can she pull off. If you don't
Hmm.
know her mana cost, always try to relate them to yours because they are similar, right? So, for example, if she has 100 mana, she can't do a full combo because only her ultimate cost 100, right?
Mhm.
So that is
Is
like
it
a easy way to measure it.
is it like maybe let's say a rule of thumb that because I guess like very good players that they kind of know those thresholds and like costs and everything, but
Yeah,
basically like let's say all ults kind of cost the same, or can you like navigate it like that as you said,
yeah. I
like
mean,
based on
yeah,
your own like,
they are generally they are very similar. Like,
Mhm.
for example, her Q costs 75, your Q costs 45, right?
Mhm.
Your W 65, her W 60, E 50, your E 100, right? Because your E is the most important ability, right?
Mhm.
Syndra's ability is like um it's like Q is the most important one, so usually it's more
Yeah,
expensive. But
maybe
the
because she maxes as well, so I
yeah,
guess that also like drives the
but what I will recommend you is like think about the ultimate mana that it requires because I think there are a little pool of champions that doesn't have like 100 mana cost on her ultimate.
no, okay, yeah. I
So
never thought really about it
yeah,
because like, I can do it by the eye, by the feel. So,
you have to think like can she do a full combo with her ultimate or
mhm,
not? If she has like 100 and 120 mana, she only can Q or R, right? She can do
mhm.
both. So that is like a very good like place to start with if you like
Yeah,
to
yeah, I
like
see, I
track
see.
the mana things. Yeah. Mm, okay. Nice.
I didn't even realize it.
Oh. Oh, this is important. This is important. So over here, see where you're standing, right?
Mhm,
Um, so if you're like in this area, you will have less room to move if you move
mhm,
towards this direction, right? Because you have like this spot and the wall, right? So if you want to be able to dodge more efficiently, try to like stand in
mhm.
this side of the turret, right? Because you can
Mhm.
like dodge to here or here.
Yeah, you told me that like in the last session already. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I don't know. I guess I just feel like safer on
yeah.
this side because of the jungler, but I know. Yeah, makes sense definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really gain much by. I mean, I'm under the turret anyway, so.
So good flash. Yeah, it's okay. So now the important thing is what do I do now? What do I want to do with this wave?
I need to push the wave
Push
and
the wave.
reset.
So how we can do that?
Yeah, I should tell my jungler to help.
Right. So in here you have to spam ping him to help you
Yeah.
push this way because you
Yeah.
are you're a minion right now.
Yeah.
And she also right, but she has a full mana Nunu. So you have to
Mhm.
ping your jungler to help you push this wave, and then you will have a temp advantage, right? You will recall first. She will be a little late to lane, so then you can get away with it, right?
Mhm.
So this is a mistake from Scanner, but you have to
Yeah, I could
you are
could
not
have told. Yeah.
pinging
Yeah. Yeah.
for help, right? That's another thing. Yeah, and don't be afraid to ask for help. It's okay.
Mhm. Yeah, sometimes I started doing it a bit more. Sometimes junglers help, sometimes they don't. But yeah, I tried to do it. I guess this game, I would say I definitely do it more than I used like, since last time we talked because I realized there are like sometimes positions where I can't
Mhm.
get away with it by myself. So yeah.
Another thing is, if you like, you can go mercs in this game
Hmm.
because
Yeah, I
of
think
the.
numbers would be good.
It will be good towards her E, right? A little bit of
Yeah.
MR comes handy. The E from Nunu, the Q from Morgana, and her ultimate. So they have a lot of hard CC.
Hmm.
So you can consider going mercs if you like. You can try it if you want. But
Yeah, I think I usually like when a situation like this, I do it. But I remember like the reason this game was I based at like 1,100 gold, something like that.
mhm.
And I wasn't even thinking about going boots. And then I realized, okay, I got like perfect amount for boots. And then I just popped like soft shoes. So I was like, I wasn't really thinking about which kind of boots. I just kind of realized that I could buy boots. And then,
Yeah.
but yeah, now if I look at it, I would definitely go Mercs
Also,
here.
you can look for an early tier 1 boots because since Syndra is full skill shots, except for
Hmm.
her R, that can help you to avoid a lot of a lot of trades, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
against heavy skill shot mages, you can like try going tier 1 boots early on,
Hmm.
like looking for a lost chapter recall or a lost chapter and then back in for a quick boots, right? It can be useful sometimes. Oh,
Someone pinged like chickens.
uh, okay, okay. So now you are getting into your like your comfortable zone because you can like one shot the minion wave. So now you are able to play more freely, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. So since we begin with this game, right? Until this spot, about 13 minutes, when you are able to like crash the waves or clear the waves quickly, you want to focus on the things we have talked about the trading. I mean, managing the wave over trading, right? What else? Asking for your jungler to help. And trying to think about the next wave and how your action are going to impact the next wave, right?
Hmm.
Or the next wave states.
Yeah, we'll definitely try to more what you said. Like both example, like both games are like kinda okay with management. Like first one was
Yeah,
better than second one, I would guess, but it could be like
yeah.
perfect by going more for the wave. And second one is just like not taking trades where I should be like managing wave.
So in the first session, we talked about a lot of the third wave crash, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And we are now talking about um, the next incoming waves, right?
Hmm.
The like thinking ahead, like preparing the waves, the next waves, because in the first session we talked about like about the present wave and how to manipulate, and
Hmm.
now you should be looking for the future wave, right?
Yeah.
Because you have like this concept, you're handling, you are already like um I don't know the word to say it, but you're doing it good. You're okay.
Mhm.
You're okay with it. Okay. You have to keep doing it, and now try to think about the next wave, right? And how your actions, like recalling right now, will impact your next wave or next waves, in plural.
Hmm.
That I think it's the one of the focus that I will like recommend you.
Sure. Okay.
And think about TP versus no TP. Okay, that is another thing that you can research on your own. There's a video of Topa talking about when he goes Twisted Fate with TP and Twisted Fate with Ignite. That usually
Mhm.
you think that if you go Ignite you are going to play aggressively, but it's the exactly opposite, because if you mess up you're screwed, right?
Mhm.
So I will look for that video and I will try to send it to you.
Okay. Sure.
It's very insightful.
Sure. Definitely.
So let's summarize, okay? I don't know if you have any other questions about this. I think you improved a lot.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, definitely. It has helped because I don't know. I'm just more consistent when it comes to like laning, just because of that like small, maybe small thing, whatever. Not that small, but
Um, we can say this. Think about um, how your items, how your recalls, mm, item recalls. Let's call it like this way. Item recalls
mhm. Okay.
will benefit, right? Let's take for example the Lost Chapter versus Yone, right?
Mhm.
Um, what else? Yep, that's one thing. TP versus non-TP users, laning, right? Um, mm, 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 Value of wave state versus trading versus TP user, right?
Yeah.
Like if you think like if you were the Syndra, you want Victor to trade into you, right? Because Victor will not be able to maintain the wave or will not be able to be in a good spot for the next incoming wave, right?
Mhm.
So that is the thing you should be focusing right now. Like think
Okay.
about the long term waves. Um, what else? Mm, yeah, I will try
I
to
think
implement this. I think.
yeah, that was the most important, I guess, because second game was basically just about not preventing that third wave crash.
Mm,
So it was all about that.
okay. Have you seen Skill Cap?
Mm, in general or like specifically?
I think I sent you some videos. I think.
No, you just sent me the like our session that we did that you
Oh,
recorded, if I'm not mistaken.
I will try to look for the this video I was thinking of. So skill cap. I mean, in general, a skill cap like gives you like break down the matchups, right?
Mhm.
And they set like kind of missions to do in the matchup. For example, Victor versus Yone, you don't want to like get kill early on, right? To not get a snowball, right?
Mhm.
And so on. So you have to try to set up some missions in the lane about what you want to do and what your enemy wants to do. And with that on
Mhm.
mind, you can you can say, well, I will do this in order to achieve my missions, right?
Mhm.
Right. So
Yeah.
that's very important. Uh, yeah.
Yeah, I see that. Makes sense.
What else? Yeah, think I think that's for this session. I think this is something that will help you a lot. We're
Yeah,
going like a step, like one step forward, right?
hmm
So it's fine. So
yeah,
yeah.
I'll definitely try to like focus, I guess, more like planning in advance.
Hmm.
I don't know. I kind of do it to a certain degree when it comes to like one versus one jungling stuff like that, but when it comes to waves, I guess it just should be done like much better.
And lastly, but not less important, ping for help to fix the wave,
Hmm
right? From your jungler. There are times
hmm
where either from a fight or a bad manipulation from your side or enemy side, I don't know, the wave is gonna be in a rough spot and there's nothing you can do about it. So there are times you will have to ask for help, which is fine. So try doing it so you can like continue playing the game, or you're gonna be stuck forever in an awkward spot.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
I see. Yeah,
Um.
sure now there are a lot of things to focus on, but yeah.
Okay. So I will send you this by Discord. I will try to look for the Dopa video I was talking about the
hmm
TP and versus non-TP. It's like very insightful. It open it can open like your eyes of many things.
Yeah, sure.
Yep. So that will be for the session for today, Dayman.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. I'll focus on those things, and I guess after a while, I'll contact you when I feel like this is kind of okay again.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Take care.
Okay. You too, man. Bye.
Bye bye.